Okay, so here we come back with part three. Okay, so I was explaining to you how Getty, um, I can't remember how many times he was married, but he was married quite a few times, and all his reasons for his wife divorcing him, the reason was back to that he chose to manifest the $1 billion than to be involved in what goes on in family drama. He didn't want that. My thing is this. That's his life. He could choose whatever he want to choose, but maybe he shouldn't have got married. Maybe he shouldn't have chose to have children until after he had did his goal. Even in the movie, if you watch the movie, when he first starts out in the movie, when he first sees his son, he says to his son, you understand why I wasn't there for you. You understand that I had a goal I was trying to obtain. I mean, if you're a young boy, you don't understand anything like that. All you know is your father ain't there. And you want to be close to your father and he's not there. So I just think that if you have a goal to be a billionaire or millionaire, whatever it is, don't choose to raise a family until after you get your money. Because you do, pretty much, because the world is not following the light. So pretty much you will probably have to kind of close yourself off, to be able to stay away from all the drama or whatever goes on in the family environment to be able to manifest this money. Because his son, he was asking him, he was a grown, in the movie, but he was a grown man at this point. But look, the son had some issues if he wouldn't have been on drugs, you know what I mean? And then I had already read these articles, so I knew that he wasn't involved. And then even he had a son dying. One of his sons died, and he didn't even go to the hospital, his wife said, or anything. He wouldn't let himself get emotional about his son dying. So he clearly had chose the money. So there's this other man. He's a real estate developer. He was talking about how he was trying to get money, and he wanted to be single. So he had single women, but that brings drama. Because then some girl was calling like, you didn't come over today. You were supposed to come over today. Two girls arguing. It was drama. And another millionaire told him, you'll never be a millionaire because money flees and goes the other way. The more pure it is, the more it will flee, the negativity. Excuse me. And so when he decided to stop that, and he decided to just have one woman in his life. Let's cut out all the other women and have one woman in my life. He met that woman, married that woman, had that woman, and right after that, he was able to become a millionaire. And then when he became a millionaire, he turned around and he says, okay, this works for becoming a millionaire. Now let me become a billionaire. To this day, he's a billionaire with a B. But he had to cut out that confusion. So it's not just one thing you have to do. You have to choose the light and not the negativity that you're bringing into your world. But the next thing is you have to know how to bring your frequency to vibrate on the same level that you're asking. Okay? So now the second thing. So I said, okay, let me ask my sister, because she I had helped her do some lottery techniques, and she was winning the lottery quite a bit. So I'll get her to help me with do this one. So I told her the same thing I told my grandson. She would have to pay me 1/3, and we'd go through this. So now she had called me the day before. The day before she called me feeling that she had won. I knew she wasn't going to win, because my spirit within me had already came to me the day before that morning and told me that she was not going to win. And they explained it to me. Excuse me, why? It showed me her energy field, showed me everything, so I knew that she wasn't going to win. When she called me the next day and was feeling like she was going to win, I just didn't say anything, because the lottery had not came out, and I didn't want her to think that I'm putting bad on it to say, well, no, you're not going to win it. You know what I mean? So I just didn't say anything. And I said, excuse me, after the drawing, I would talk to her about it. So the drawing came out. Surely she didn't win, like my spirit said. So I went on to try to explain to her why. But when I got to the part that said, because she was saying, okay, because it's what determines how fast your stuff comes is the energy you're sending. So she gave me a I know. So that's it. I'm not going to say nothing else when you tell me you know. Okay, but I'm thinking, well, hell, it's been a month. So if you knew, why are we going this long? You shouldn't. If you know, then you should know whatever you're doing for the energy is not powerful enough to work. It may be strong when you're doing some things, but it ain't working for this one. So I didn't say anything. So then she turned around and then I said, so I'm gonna try one more time. And I said, you have to remember to keep your mind off negativity. I know me again. I know. So I didn't say anything else because I was going to continue. But I'm just not, because when you tell me that, I have to believe what you say. I mean, obviously, I don't believe what you say because you wouldn't be trying. You would already have money, but but that's what you're saying. So I'm like, I'm not gonna force myself to try to make you become rich. In other words, I'm not going to force myself to make you become rich. If you don't want to become rich, hey, that's on you. And a lot of people are like that. It could be something going on in the subconscious mind, and they sabotage themselves. I see it happening all the time. So I didn't say anything. But in my mind, I know I'm done. Because this is not I can't perfect this with somebody who think they know. I can't. Things I need to work and do. So like I said, I can help, just give it out generally and it just work. So the next day I sent her a text and I said to her that, the same thing I just told you, that I had tried to tell her, but she said she knew. I said, but what I said in this one, I kind of left it open and said, well, if you need help with this, I'll gladly help you. But you're not going to win the way you're doing it now. And if you don't need help, then do whatever it feels you need to do. So I'm thinking, well, if you don't need help, keep on doing what you're doing because it's not going to win anyway. This is what I'm meaning. She sent me a text and said that I think she said she was trying to not get rid of the, she says, I've been trying to work on the negative energy. Well, right then when she said that, I am totally confused. You know what I mean? Why is she trying to work on the negative energy? I'm not getting it. When we talk again, big money has nothing. It's the totally different ball game from small money. Let me get some money to make more money at work. So I really don't know what she's talking about. So I just write back and says, I just let her know in her energy field, the negative energy was pretty strong. And then I did say, so I don't know what you're doing. Because if she, to me, she's telling me she's working on the negative energy. So that's why I said, well, I don't know what you're doing. Because I don't know what you're doing to work on this negative energy. I don't know. I never even heard that, to be honest with you. So I really don't know what she's talking about. And, I'd be doing this again. This is my last lifetime. So I will be considered an expert, almost a master in this. So some things that people are being taught out here is not correct. And then if you're being taught something about changing your negative energy and apparently it's not working because you wouldn't be in this situation. So I really, really was lost. But I was also flabbergasted because I'm thinking to myself, if I offered you that I'm going to help you get millions of dollars, and you mean to tell me that you can't humble yourself to be teachable for like 90 days, you don't really want the money. There's something in you that is fighting that. So I decided to do this podcast, back off, and because she needs to find out what's going on with her, because her life is just not going to change. Because I actually see her just creating the same thing over and over again. So it's clear you don't know what to do, because when you know what to do, you do it. But if you're not teachable and you think you know everything, you have to hit yourself a lot of times on the wall before you'll really get, let me ask somebody, because I don't know what to do. Now, I'm not trying to brag about me or anything, but I am telling you, and this, if you knew my cousin, you can ask her. When it comes to anything dealing with spirituality, I am like almost at my mastership. My cousin used to call me about books that she would read, didn't understand not one clue, one at all. And she would call me and I could immediately go in. One of the books I remember her getting, what was the name of that book? A Course in Miracle. I remember when she first got that one. And she didn't understand. She said, oh my God. And she would call me all the time. Like, it says X, Y, and Z. I would have her read it. And she said, how do you know the answer like that? I'm clairvoyant and I'm clairaudient. And I know that there's a spirit within me. You can ask anything and it'll give you the answers. And I know how to go to the light and seek the answers. Okay. So that's just, I was born like that. I mean, you know what I mean? God within me taught me this. It was just there. You know what I mean? And so you're unable to do that, because if you weren't, you would have done it. You're unable to look at yourself to see what specific negative thing that I'm doing that's creating this block here. Is the negative, am I sabotaging this? Or is it coming from a past life? When you say negative energy, where is this coming from? Is it coming from my present life? Is it coming from my past? But she did not give me a chance to go through anything because she told me she knew. So I want to tell you all, please align yourself with God's light. Don't think you know everything about everything. That's how you lose out. God might have something that's just for you. But because you're not teachable, he can't give it to you. Because you're not teachable. Your energy is already vibrating as I know. So what else can you be told? Even if there was a spiritual master that was trying to help you in your life, they can't, because you know. Because that's what, it's almost like your energy is cutting off the true wisdom from coming. You're doing it. Nobody else is doing it but you. Because there's different type of ways that, you can have energy blocks from negativity. There's not just it's not one size fit all. So I wanted to, so now about this particular lottery, I have not put it on, nothing on any of my tapes will teach you how to do anything with that lottery, because I first need to work with somebody to put it to one size fit all. So what I'm requesting, if you're interested in working with me, unfortunately, I can only do one person at a time. When I get it perfected, I will come out and give it to people, but it'll be given to people who are my Patreon. I will let you know before. But if you want to work with me to do this, you have to give me 1/3 of the pot. And then I will teach you how to do this. If you follow my directions from step to step what to do, and as I have to change or advance them or decrease or whatever I have to do, if you follow everything I tell you, I'm going to even tell you I guarantee you'll win. So please email me and let me know, and I will look over think of you as a candidate. Okay, I have to end this. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.